What if I told you that's not a deer? And that's not a deer either. Since these aren't deer, what are they? Well, they're the not deer. And there have been a lot of strange sightings of the not deer in the past couple of years. Mainly in the Appalachian Mountains, specifically Tennessee, even though you are the only 10 I see. But people who see this elusive not deer, they report seeing a creature that has sharp teeth and legs that bend weird and no fear of man. And the scariest part about them is the predatory look they give you. It's almost as if they are looking into your soul. Reports say that the eyes of this beast are on the front of the face of the not deer. And this is what it looks like, which, if you know anything about deer, is they have eyes on the side of their face. Now, you usually find front-facing eyes on predators such as wolves and coyotes. And animals with eyes on the side of their face are typically prey animals because they're using their eyes to look for all surrounding threats. And that's something predators don't have to do unless you are the not deer when you are the predator. And that leads us into our next point, is that the not deer have been known to get aggressive. Usually not to humans unless provoked, but there have been cases of them hunting down animals and tearing them apart. Now, the first ever post of something that resembles a not deer is from Tumblr on August 21st, 2019 from Willow the Witch, and this is their story. Now, keep in mind, if you don't live in an area with a lot of deer, deer are freaky on their own. They're really big, extremely agile, move surprisingly quietly, and are extremely durable. Once, I heard a story of a man who hit a deer on accident and decided to take it home and get some meat out of a bad situation. Sorry, the writing is terrible on this. On the drive home, the deer woke up and absolutely shredded the inside of the man's trunk. They're very cute, but you definitely don't want to mess with one. Just keep that relationship in the back of your mind. Anyway, the not deer is more or less what I'd call a folk cryptid. Everybody has their story about it. They're all somewhat similar. You're in your car at night in a rural, heavily wooded area and probably a bit lost. It's not widely uncommon to see a possum, why did I say it like that? Possum. Crossing the road, see blips of little animals with your headlights. You see a deer, so you/your friend go, "Oh dear," and slow down in case it leaps in front of you. Then you see it more clearly. There's just something wrong about it. There's something about its eyes. You feel your stomach get heavy like a rock. The hair on your neck rise. You sense intelligence that you shouldn't. It doesn't move like a deer. It moves like a... What is that thing? Whatever that thing is, it's not a deer and we need to leave. You hit the gas and get the heck out of there. A group of my friends got lost on that parkway once and reemerged with a chilling story. They aren't kind of folks to lie or over-exaggerate. Among other freaky stuff that happened, the driver claimed she saw a deer in the road. Then she noticed the deer was on 2 legs. And that is her story. Now that we know some of the stories, what exactly is the not deer? Well, some people believe that it is a mimic entity similar to the skinwalker or wendigo. Some go as far to say that it is a skinwalker, but I don't think so. Many of these stories say it looks intelligent, but in reality acts almost dumb. So I've spent countless hours in the woods, and I have seen deer pretty much do everything, and deer are very weird to begin with. It is very common for deer to stand up and walk around, usually to get food. But they also stand to intimidate anything they view as a threat. And when deer feel threatened, they can get aggressive and attack. Although deer attacks are rare, they are not unheard of, like the Baltimore man who was walking his dog and saw a buck. Keeping his distance, he took a picture of the buck. His dog then lunged and barked at the deer, so the deer lowered his head and rammed right into the man, breaking 2 ribs and causing a lot of bruising. But the dog was fine. Or the Michigan woman who was attacked by a buck in an orange dog collar. This is that buck. The woman was out walking to her chicken coop, and when she saw a buck in an orange collar, she noted that it was weird and went on tending to her chickens. Then out of nowhere, the deer charged her, pinned her to the ground with its antlers. The woman then grabbed the antlers and started to fight to stay alive. Her son then heard her and ran out and scared the deer away, and once they got the deer off the woman, they went to go inside, and every time they had their back turned, the deer would start to charge them again. The woman was taken to the hospital and treated for several puncture wounds on her legs and her hands, and this woman was left traumatized to even go outside. And who can forget the man who covered himself in dope pee during rut and was attacked by a buck? I can't play that clip on YouTube because I'm pretty sure it'll get taken down, but somewhere out there. Now, deer can be very aggressive, especially bucks in rut. But did you know that deer know what we taste like? That's right, these cute little herbivores may not be so cute after all, especially now that they've been caught eating human flesh. In 2015, researchers reported seeing a deer start to eat the remains of a human that they were using to study decomposition. But this isn't the first time that deer have been caught eating meat. Deer have also been known to eat fish, bats, birds, rabbits, and other small mammals, and snakes even. The reason most scientists believe that deer have a taste for flesh is to get minerals like phosphorus, salt, and calcium, which can be hard to find in the winter. And I think most sightings of the not deer come down to people just not knowing how weird deer can actually be and how weird some of their sounds are. I mean, listen to this. And this. And the sad thing is, there is an even darker reason for the not deer sightings, and that is chronic wasting disease, or zombie deer disease, also known as CWD. It is a transmissible spongiform encephalopathy. I said that way wrong, but also known as TSE. And types of TSE is mad cow disease. And TSEs are a neurological disease that cause prions to fold abnormally and essentially make the brain look like a sponge. Now, some of the symptoms of CWD are weight loss, less interaction with other animals, walking in set patterns like circles, grinding of their teeth, no fear of humans, and confusion. It can also cause the deer not to realize it is injured or cuts are infected. And I think that a lot of these symptoms sound like the not deer, especially the lower interaction with other animals. Very few stories are of multiple not deer running together. Usually it is a solitary animal. And the grinding of the teeth that could definitely make the teeth appear sharper than normal deer. So, is the not deer real? Well, yeah. It seems so, but it seems just to be a deer with CWD, or people not knowing what normal deer behavior is, so they think it's some kind of skinwalker running around disguising itself as a predatory deer. And it is very sad just with how prevalent CWD is now in deer. And if you like this video, please like and subscribe. Have a great day. I hope I didn't ruin it. Bye.